You've been very consistent about this. When the data gets bad, it's time to sell. How close are we to that so-called danger zone in the labour market? Because your colleague Andrew Hollenhurst, you always reference him in your research. He says we're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting closer by the day. The tough part, I think, for the economic data right now is this sort of soft landing versus hard landing boundary that you could kind of push up against. If you believe in the soft landing, that's great. But as you're, approaching a soft landing, you have to obviously increase the odds that the hard landing is actually where you end up. And I think that's where what the market's struggling with a little bit right now is it does feel like we have to thread a needle a bit. The economic data is much more broad-based weak. And there are some sort of key things within the labor market that an economist in particular is like, this is a big deal. And then, kind of like the meathead strategist in me is saying, we just printed 206K. Like, why do we care about that, right? So I think there's that ongoing kind of debate. And look, it's gotten our attention. I think we're getting closer and closer to the point where the market's going to need to make that decision. And our view is if you're betting on a soft landing, it's just a very poor risk-reward trade, because let's just use payrolls as an example. Once you get below 100K payrolls, you have to really increase the risk that you're going to go negative and end up in a recession. So even if you believe you're going to soft land, you're sort of threading a needle, and the risk-reward around that trade is very, very tricky. And I think that's why small cap in particular has been under so much pressure.